I have a lot of reasons as to why I think Joel Embiid shouldn't be playing for Team USA. And none of those reasons at all involve any sort of, well, he's not really an American citizen, or he's supposed to be playing for France or Cameroon. None of that in any way whatsoever. Although we are going to get into that because I think there's a lot of things that haven't been talked about specifically in that type of area, and it's only been slander and hate towards Embiid. So here's a big shocker for everyone. The only reason why I don't want him playing on Team USA is because he simply hasn't been good. His game has been terrible. But we'll get into that in a second. For right now, let's talk about the biggest controversy and entire speculation and everything around Team USA. I guess the biggest polar bear in Arlington, Texas right here, which is of course Joel Embiid. We've seen him get slandered on his way to the bus with French people saying, give back your passport, like you don't belong here.
Joël, rends ton passeport, hein. Rends ton passeport, Joël, hein. C'était pour la France. Va aller jouer en France, hein.
Which is crazy. I know that the guy in the video said it in like a joking way. It's kind of clear they're all kind of laughing and having fun about it. Still crazy to say. But when going through and looking at some podcasts and clips that Joel Embiid was talking about this entire situation, I feel like I found one thing that not many people have talked about, and that's the fact that France really tried to rush him into the decision of joining their team. He felt like it was a big decision deciding whether or not he wanted to play for Team USA, France, or maybe even Cameroon if they were able to be eligible for the Olympics. And he really didn't like the fact that France was rushing him for this decision. And can I also really quickly say how weird it is that everyone wants him to leave Team USA just to go play for France because he's like a citizen there, and it's like, sorry, I didn't mean to throw up citizen for that, but he gained French citizenship in May of 2022. He's been in the US way longer than that, if that's the case. If that's the point that we want to make, is that he should be a French player instead, it's kind of fucking ridiculous to me. For a guy that has spent a majority of his life now in the USA, has a son here, has raised a family here, has done all this stuff, it makes more sense for him to play for this country. It doesn't make sense for him to really play for France. Now, I also feel like it should be very clear that he has said himself he would have played for Cameroon had they qualified for the Olympics. That would have been his #1 option. No debate, no question on where he played for. That's exactly where he would go. Unfortunately, things didn't really work out like that this year. I don't know if he's able to switch, if maybe by the next Olympics they're qualified and able to play. I don't know if he can switch teams. I highly doubt that, but maybe there's a rule somewhere. So yeah, that entire conversation has always been really weird for me. And not to mention, I think France is okay with their centers. Like, yeah, Rudy Gobert just got his ass postered. I don't know if I could show any footage because the Olympics are insane with their copyright strikes, but I can show like slow motion pictures, I guess. But anyways, I feel like France is okay with their centers. They have Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama. Wemby is arguably the best player in the Olympics right now after that one game that he had against, I'm blanking the team that they played against. I think it was Brazil. I think it was Brazil. Anyways, I really needed to clear that up because I know that this video makes it look like I'm maybe saying that's why he shouldn't be on Team USA. I completely disagree with that. He should be on Team USA. He should play for wherever he wants to when it's his decision. I don't think if it were up to me, I would have him on this roster. Because even going back to some of the showcase games, which we have to be a little bit lenient with because they are just kind of grouping up as a team in that situation and they don't really know each other or play with each other that much. So it is going to be a rough start for him and everyone else on the team, but man, his performance against Canada was absolutely abysmal. I'm pretty sure he fouled out in that game. The officials were not having any of his foul baiting antics that you see a lot in the NBA. And we've seen that actually kind of be a theme throughout the Olympics, that he isn't really getting to the line, which thank God, finally, maybe we should hire some of these officials and put him in the NBA. But as for Joel Embiid's first ever Team USA Olympic basketball official game, he put up 4 points, shooting 2 for 5 from the field while also missing all 3 of the free throws he was awarded, while also grabbing 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and of course 3 personal fouls, and it looks like 2 turnovers as well. But even with those very underwhelming stats, the one thing that I find to be the most interesting about this screen right here is the fact that he is the only player on this team with a negative plus-minus, a plus-minus of -8 in his 11 minutes of playing time. Meanwhile, every other player on the team has like over 10. But we do have to show some of the highlights as well. I can't just be negative and only talk shit on here. We do have to give him some credit, like in this game against Germany during the showcase, where he put up 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a block on there, only 1 turnover, which is probably the biggest stat on this sheet right here, and then also knocking down all 4 of his free throws, which is huge and something that we didn't see in today's game. And once again, I really wish I was able to take a deep dive into this game and look at all the footage and go over some plays and stuff like that, but unfortunately the Olympics are just insane with their copyrights. But yeah, I don't want to be too hard on Joel Embiid because it's kind of hard to look like a great player when you're on a team with nothing but great players. Like, not every player on this roster is going to be the guy that we see all the time in the NBA. Like, Joel Embiid just unfortunately isn't in the position. He got moved to the bench switched. Like, he is not going to be in the right spot and role, and definitely different rules in the game itself. We're not going to see him be the MVP 76ers Joel Embiid. Do I think maybe we can get one solid game out of him where he goes crazy scoring wise? Yes, I would actually put some money on that he would have at least one 20+ point game throughout the rest of the Olympics. I'm going to bet that right now. But we saw it today with other people. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton hasn't been getting any playing time. I just have this Germany game up that I was just talking about. He got 7 minutes of playing time in that game. He's actually probably been the most like disrespected and shit on player on this roster. He's barely cracking 10 minutes in the game. And like I was just about to say, in today's game, Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton didn't get any minutes. So it's just gonna happen. That's what it is when you're on a team with so many great players and different talents. Not to mention Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo are just playing like great players. So yeah, we are gonna see a lot of people shitting on him and his performances when he doesn't play good. And yes, I am going to sit here and say that I don't think he should be on the team. I think there are other players that probably would fill this role a lot better. You don't have to have a star in every single position because it's gonna leave people like Joel Embiid, who can't really be a role player on a team. So once again, I will quickly clarify, I don't want this video to seem like it's some sort of hate video targeted at Embiid, calling him a pussy or saying that he should drop out of Team USA. I'm not doing any of that, okay? I'm simply saying that his performances have been pretty weak. That's just my own personal opinion. I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Whether you want to talk about his citizenship stuff or you want to talk about his actual performances in these Olympic Games, let me know everything down in the comments below. I read and respond to everyone. It's my favorite part of making these videos for you guys. And while you're down there, please hit the like and subscribe button. It does help out a ton more than you may think. And yeah, hope you guys are all enjoying the Olympics. I will see you guys in the next one. Later.